Like, we can't all be racist, man. We can't all be sexist. We can't. Could you just stop changing shit? Is that even possible? Like, and this is to like every. If you're gonna adapt something, why is it so hard to stay faithful? Why is your agenda above the adaptation? I'm talking about so many things. It's like an accumulation things, right? We can go back to fucking Titans. Oh God, look at the cast of Titans. What did you do? Like, people think they're bad because he made Starfire black. No, it's because she looks absolutely nothing like the character you're claiming is Starfire. Fuck, just get it. Like I've seen cosplays look so much. It looks nothing. Who is that? Raven? Are you sure? Doesn't look like her. Oh, the dude looks like Robin, but he's screaming "fuck bad" and he's killing people. What? Why can't you just give us the characters we want? Why are you changing them so dramatically? And now everybody's having a bitch fit at the fucking developers of this Witcher show. I'm not really big into The Witcher. I played Witcher 3 and I think it's a great game. Outside of that, I'm not invested. But allegedly, I'm not sure if this is confirmed or not, but they want to take Ciri, the elf girl, and make her like a mix between they're specifically looking for like a black Asian mix like girl, I think. And everybody's like, what the fuck, why? You know, it was supposed to be Poland. Not only Poland, but like medieval Poland. And not only was Ciri's white, but Ciri's like incredibly white. Like in a world full of white people, she's like pale white. Oh shit, there's a lot of rain. Hold up. In a world full of white people, she's like pale white. And like someone was explaining to me, I was talking to him in the forum, and it was like, it's cause like, you know, her heritage, and she's like part of elf, and she has like the white eyes and the white hair and the green eyes. And I didn't know all that, but like he was explaining it to me, and it was like, you know, like to everybody in the world, she's kind of weird because she's so white, like she's so extremely pale skin, fair skin and stuff, and you know, I see a lot of people like that, and it's a really big part of her character. And it's like it's an integral part of her elf heritage or whatever is an integral part of the story. So it was like changing that, you just literally changed the story from the ground up. And then like when he said it that way, of course I was just thinking like, I was like, oh, okay, you know what, that makes sense, because I had a beef like that with the Fantastic Four movie. Or Fan Four-Stick. My problem wasn't that Johnny Storm was black. My problem was that Sue was white. And they had a dad. What are you doing? That's not the Storm siblings. Okay, for the longest, everyone... Susan Storm has always been like the parental figure in Johnny's life. They didn't have parents. So Sue has always been the one like keeping Johnny in check. That's how they bounce off each other. That's their dynamic. Johnny's the irresponsible child even as an adult, and Sue's the overbearing parent, even though she was a single lady for, like, you know, that's how they bounce off each other. That was their interaction. I watched this movie. You just taking away that brother-sister relationship, that very unique one they had, changed the characters completely. The fact that they had a father changed the characters completely, to the point where Johnny and Sue on screen had no chemistry. I was like, oh, this is the Storm siblings? Are you sure? Is this not supposed to be looking? You could have made them both black. I didn't give a fuck, because, you know, their skin color is an integral part to their character. Not like, say, like Blade. Blade is black, you know, like, or T'Challa. T'Challa is black, you know, that's a part of the character, and it's necessary. When people got upset that they cast Zendaya to play MJ, which not Mary Jane, but like MJ, Michelle Jones, I believe is her name in Homecoming, something like that. But they was like, oh, MJ, and I was like, well, I mean, MJ is MJ. Like the most important part of her character is her relationship with Peter Parker. Her nationality has never been an integral part of her character. Like, it's something that she always goes on about. I mean, I know she's iconically a redhead, but that's about it. I mean, you know, it's not like something that's absolutely necessary. Like with Ciri, this character from The Witcher, being this fucking Polish half elf girl, as this guy was explaining to me. And I was like, well, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. I can understand why you're upset, because you're expecting one thing, you know one thing, you're thinking, hey, you're making this thing, you're adapting it for us so we can see it on a big screen, so we can enjoy it, but you're changing it so dramatically because you don't give a shit about us. You're just changing it for the sake of changing, because you want to take a property and change it and make it better, in your fucking opinion. And I'm told I hate that as well. So like, I totally get it. And I guess what I'm just saying is like, just stop changing shit. Just stop. Like, just make the shit the way everybody expects you to fucking make it. I'm not saying you have to be to the T the same, no. Because look at like the MCU, or even like, I know people a lot, their mixed critical opinions, but like the DCEU, those are adaptations, and I like them. They change things. Like when Batman was killing people, I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm cool with that, you know, especially because the story had an interesting way of going about the reason why he was doing it. People were like, but yeah, I get it, right? When you change something, Batman doesn't kill people, sure, even though that's not true. But people wanted the Batman to not kill people, so I get it. I totally get it. It's when you fuck with a character so much to the point where like you can't recognize it. It will make you upset, and it doesn't help that inevitably these people will snap back and say, oh, well, if you don't like the fact that we're going to make Ciri black in The Witcher, you are racist. They always try that. It's like the dumbest fucking, you alienate. Okay, there's a difference between a fan base and a general audience, right? A general audience will go watch a movie. A fan base will support a movie. The same thing with video games, same thing, merchandise and whatever. A general audience might go like pick up a game. A fan base will have every game in the franchise. You see what I'm saying? So that the fan base is what supports what you're doing, right? So if you try to alienate the fan base, sitting in your fucking ivory towers, in your moral superiority, talking down at people for expressing not discomfort in someone's race or gender, but discomfort in the fact that, hey, this isn't the way it was, and you're saying, oh, well, why does it matter if you change it? You're just a bigot. And it's like, no, you can't do that, dude, because then people will stop buying your shit, and that's when you get broke, you go broke, and that's what happens to a lot of people, dude. Just stop changing shit, like with the Battlefield. I don't really give a fuck about Battlefield, but I get why people are upset, right? You got a dude with a fucking katana and this chick with a whole cyborg arm punching niggas through walls and shit, and I'm just like, and you're just like, yo, this is supposed to be a World War II military shooter. I'm like, okay, I can understand it. It sounds terrible, but you know what they did? They clapped back, labeled you as sexist and racist for not liking the fact that there's a chick with a cyborg arm going around the battlefield punching people in the World War II shooter. Angry Joe don't make that mistake though. You don't clap back at people like that. Not the fan base, dude. Because without the fan base, you don't got shit. Look at Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 is dead. That game hasn't come out yet. No one's buying it, dude. No one's gonna get it. It's done. It's over. Some hardcores might still get it, but bro, it's done. And then it turns out the game has a fucking bullshit economy system in it, so that's not really about to help. And I don't see how people still support EA games, but that's besides the point. What I'm saying is, like, stop trying to just leave shit the way it was. If you want more representation or diversity in movies or games or comic books, nobody's against that. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody has a problem with that. Just go make up your own shit. Make up something new. Make up something new. Don't take something that already exists and then say change it. If you don't like it, you're racist. No, that's not how that works, dude. Like, people get used to shit. People like shit being a certain way. So when Marvel tries to replace all these characters, replace. When Marvel tries to replace all the characters we love and care about, and nobody goes out and buy the books, and we tell them your books suck, and it's like, oh, you just hate women. Really? Do I? God, I guess I hated every female superhero ever, huh? Nah, totally didn't like Jean Grey or Storm or Black Canary or the fucking Huntress. I mean, I'm totally not a huge fan of the Wasp or Jubilee or Shadowcat. Doesn't fucking happen. Nobody likes fucking Captain Marvel or Black Widow or Scarlet Witch. No, what the fuck? You know, like, it's the dumbest thing. Nobody likes Batgirl. Everybody hates Batgirl, obviously, right? For like forever. That's the reason why she was in the cartoon and everybody loved her, you know, because we all hate her. No, we don't fucking hate her. Just, like, how stupid can you be? Dude, nerd culture. When it comes to like nerd culture, game culture, geek culture, whatever you want to call it, we're some of the most socially ostracized and rejected people on the planet. And in honesty, I'm being real, we retreat into anime, into games, YouTube. So what do we care about rejecting somebody based off trivial things when that's what happened to us our whole life? We don't give a fuck. We like stories. We like entertainment. We like action. We like comedy. We don't like agendas. We don't like propaganda. We don't care about your politics. Stop talking down on us and telling us we're a bunch of racist, homophobic, sexist bigots because we're upset that you're changing shit that we like. That doesn't make sense, dude. Just stop changing shit we like. You go make up your own shit. Why do you feel the need to come into our shit, change it, and make it better, more inclusive? Like, what the fuck is that? Make up something new and see if somebody supports it. You'll be surprised. You might find a whole fan base. Look at prime example. I tell people, I tell everybody, watch RWBY. RWBY. Watch RWBY. 5 seasons. Season 6 starting in October. RWBY is fantastic. It's a majority female show. Like 90% of the characters are women. Not to say that there aren't men in the series, but not, the characters that move the plot forward, about 90% of them are female. Very few males move the plot forward in RWBY. Very few males are the powerhouses. Actually, the 4 strongest beings in the world that exists are female, has to be female, will always be female. RWBY has a giant fan base. Nobody's complaining. Why are there so many chicks kicking their ass, shooting guns? We don't give a fuck. Nah, RWBY was just a literal propaganda piece. I don't think anybody would like it. Regardless of the fact that it has, you know what I mean? It's irrelevant. Nobody would like it if it was literally just a piece of propaganda. And I'm not trying to say, you know, nothing's ever been politicized. Of course, comic books and stuff has always been politicized to a certain extent. But it was the way to go about it, right? The X-Men were basically metaphors for racism. Every X-Men comic book, that's basically all it was. But you know what? It never outright just preached to people. It kind of just told them a story about a group of characters who were going through this, and it kind of let you. They even removed the whole color aspect of it. It was like humans, mutants. So they removed the whole color aspect, and they showed you their plight, and it was up to you to decide if you was a sympathize for them, and they got his message across that way. Nowadays, Marvel doesn't take that approach anymore. Nowadays, they just come up with books, and it's literally characters going on monologues with fucking far left neo-Marxist talking points. Telling you why you should be happy they took all your favorite characters and killed and or replaced them. And if you're not happy, they're better than you and you're a bigot. It's the dumbest shit ever. It's infuriating. So I understand where the Witcher's fan base is coming from. I felt the same thing, like I said, with the Storm siblings. I didn't feel the same way like with Mary Jane. Like I said, Mary Jane being white isn't like a quintessential like part of her character. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like something that needs to be there. What needs to happen? She needs to be involved with Peter Parker. That's how that, you know. But if a character's race is truly defined into that character, don't change it. Don't change it. Like I said, the Storm siblings, they could be black, Asian, it doesn't fucking matter. The fact that they were adopted siblings ruined everything about those two characters. It made them unwatchable. They could barely call themselves the Storm siblings. So it's things like that. Just stop changing quintessential things about characters that everybody loves, and you'll stop facing backlash. I don't know exactly how big of a backlash this whole Witcher thing is gonna go about, but I just noticed it's popping up a lot. I'm seeing articles about it. I'm just waiting to see how it all comes around and goes full circle, because from what I could tell, I don't even think they even cast anybody yet. Is that they were looking specifically to cast black Asian female to play Ciri, and everybody's losing their shit because Ciri's supposed to be like, you know, a Polish half elf, pale skinned. And from what she's supposed to be like, she's extra white. Like that's it's supposed to be like a very quintessential part of her character, like her pale skin and her green eyes and her ashen hair and all that stuff, you know. But changing all that would mean Geralt would have to be right, because Geralt's her dad, so they would have to change Geralt. But Henry Cavill's playing Geralt, so I don't know what so yeah, at that point you're just changing a lot of shit. So when you change a lot of shit, people are gonna get upset about it. You could try to zoom in and focus on, oh, you're upset because she's black now. No, that's not what it is. It's the fact that you're just changing it to begin with. Why do you need to change it? Like you're just gonna make up something else and see if people like it. That's what RWBY did. Fuck, people love it. Like you're gonna make up something. Just try it. I implore you. Make up something new. Don't take something that already exists and change it to be socially, sexually, and politically diverse or whatever. Just make up something new and see what people think about it. Hell Hydra.